Oh, hi, welcome to Melzworld. I'm playing Minecraft right now. I've been watching a lot of reviews. Just a tremendous amount of reviews. Oh shit, I didn't want axes. I wanted pickaxes. Oh crap. Now I have way too many axes. See? This is what I get for doing something I've never done before, which is play a video game while streaming. Which I think is the core reason that you do this. Um no, I actually this was a bit. This was I mean, this is a serious it was a serious survival game I made last night, but I wasn't trying to like try to stream. It was funny, and I wanted to there. Welcome to Mel's World Live. I'm your host Ramel. It is April 9th, 2025, and man, it is a hard place to get a job. I swear to God. Yesterday, I had prepared a full report on all the effort that I put into the teen center in the last week and a half. I mean, I made a tremendous amount of phone calls. I reached out to various groups, and I think I put a good amount of real pure effort into it, and then I presented all of that data to the manager of the San Diego County Parks and Rec, and he liked it. We sat at IHOP and we went through it together, and he liked it. He thought it was good, and he didn't have any problems with most of the stuff that I was trying to do. His only concern was to make sure that I don't keep the knowledge in a silo, which is fair. You want to make sure that you're not the single point of contact. You're not the only person doing something. And he wanted to include other people, which is totally what I agree with. Um, and so yeah, I have things to do, a goal, and a plan to meet in another month. But what I didn't get was a feeling, right? A gut feeling, which it's not technically scientific, but the gut feeling that there was any immediate need to utilize my skills, right? It's not like he looked at what I did and said, "How do I translate this to something else we can use in the county?" Which it's fine. I think he's younger than me. I think he's like 1 or 2 years younger than me. He looks uh definitely like he's got the salt and pepper hair and he's been doing this professionally, and this has been his career, but he is younger than me, and I don't know if he thinks that way, that probably older directors do. He's focused on his goals, he's focused on his on who he's overseeing, so who's to say? Either way, the meeting was fine. I know I know I he was happy with what I had done, but I was hoping for some more of a reciprocal reaction. Reflecting that, hey, you know what, this guy put a lot of effort into this, and I think we could, either give him some kind of hope, you know, um, give him some kind of acknowledgement that this could lead to something more. But honestly, a year out is a year out, so that's fine. I think that was my expectation to begin with. I was just hoping the presentation had more weight. It's okay, um, but it does put a damper. Not a damper. It kind of just it makes everything that I've been doing up to this point kind of go, okay, well, you know what? This is going to be a passion project, but it isn't going to be a financial solution, right? It's not going to be a quicker way out, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So back to it, right? Figure it out. I tried Amazon Flex, and it's a very it isn't a sign up and get notified situation. It's a check in. So you download an app, right? And this is the world we live in now, is where you download an app as your employer. Your employer is an app, and you put in your zip code, and then it tells you whether or not there is delivery in your area that you get to do. And then you get to go into a pipeline and then get notified to do work, right? And that's it. And I'm assuming if you are a driver, you put in, a dozen zip codes, and then you wait, and then you drive, and you deliver, right? And I think that's how you would do it. I don't know. I mean, I put it in for 92126, which is our zip code here in Mira Mesa. I'm just curious if there's anything that's going to come through between the 8 and noon time frame, and I don't think I've heard anything. So, once again, we'll take a look at that. Anyways, okay, so let's dive right in. Freezer. So yesterday, the technicians had until 2:30 to provide their report. And according to the First American rep, if they were unable to provide a satisfactory response, they would escalate our situation and look at getting it, what's the word? They would escalate our situation and look at turning it into a replacement fridge. Now, what does that mean, right? Does it mean we get MSRP for how the fridge was when it was originally sold? Doubtful. Does it mean we would get a compensation as to what the value of the fridge is now? I don't think so. But you know what? You know who would help? I think chat can help with this one. Hey Sky, how you doing?
Hey Romel, I'm doing great. How about you?
Good, you're on Melzworld Live. Say hi to the listeners.
Hey Melzworld fam. What's up? Listeners, you're rolling with Romel and yours truly. Let's get into it.
You are at 11, and I need you at like a 7 right now, by the way.
Got it. My bad. Let's dial it back and keep it smooth.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
So when it comes to these home insurance companies, right, that cover your appliance, they don't ask you to register your appliance. They don't ask how old your appliances are. They pretty much just say, hey, you pay this monthly fee, and most of the appliances on a drop-down list are covered. My question to you is, if the technicians determine that your device needs to be replaced, to your knowledge, to the best of your knowledge, how do they determine the amount that they would provide for you?
From what I understand, if a technician decides your appliance needs replacing, the home warranty company typically bases the amount on the depreciated value of your old appliance or the cost of a similar basic replacement model. They generally don't give you the full retail value of a brand new high-end model. It's more like they give you an amount that covers a functional equivalent, not necessarily an upgrade.
Right, and I figured that as much. I looked at the original cost of this refrigerator, and it was like $2,500, right? So my assumption is, this is a $2,500 refrigerator with, I don't know, 7 years of depreciation, right? Because it's been 7 years since it came out. Just give me your best guess at what percentage of depreciation would reduce that amount.
All right, so for a fridge that's around 7 years old, a typical depreciation rate might be about 10% per year, give or take. So after 7 years, you could be looking at around a 70% depreciation. That would bring the value down from $2,500 to roughly $750 in terms of what they'd consider its current value.
Okay, so that's pretty bad. And so if that's the case, then we just have to make do with that amount.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless your policy has some kind of upgrade option or reimbursement clause, you'd be working with whatever they deem the equivalent value. It's not ideal, but at least it helps offset the cost of a new appliance.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, something to think about. So it's entirely possible that the amount that we get reimbursed is going to be pretty rough comparatively. But fingers crossed, see what happens, right? Anyways, so that's it. Freezer's losing its cool still. So we can go ahead and mark this as complete. And now we can go ahead and say First American will now go into the replacement part of their coverage. We'll see what happens. God, I have no idea how old that refrigerator is, to be honest with you. But we bought it when Roman was born. So Roman had already been born. So it's at least 6 years old. Right? Okay, so we're waiting for a letter from IHSS. Health. Yep, need to do that. Auto, nope, no worries about that right now. Operation, all right, meeting at IHOP with Brandon. So now I have a list of to-dos that I can focus on later, which is fine. Hungry World Farms is look at things scheduled with Sam, create marketing proposal. So when it comes to Sam, the situation is I needed to look into WP Events Manager, which is WordPress Events Manager, which basically Sam wants to automate the process of events, right? You have pizza night, and you have petting animals day, and you visit the stream, and you plant trees, right? There's going to be all these events on his farm. And he wants to automate it, just like anybody would. So he found this software add-on called WP Events Manager, WP standing for WordPress. So he had me look into kind of setting it up and how it would work. But the big goal, the ultimate dream, was to be able to, every time there was any changes, every time there was any adjustments, to upload a CSV file. And then the system would import that, any changes into the existing activities, into the calendar, and then those would update in real time. There is a functionality, and so I dug into that. I looked into WP Events Manager. Pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to add in. The problem was the import system is a add-on. So there's a plugin. I love this. There's a plugin that you can add onto your WordPress sites. And so WP Events Manager is a free plugin, but nothing in life is free. And so once you plug in, then the plugin has add-ons, and you go to the website, and the website has, oh, please pay, so-and-so fee, and you'll have access to 27 add-ons. My assumption, because they didn't have a link to what those add-ons are, is the add-ons are the import, right? And welcome to Business 101, right? You offer a free service, but you put premium functionality in the back, in the paywall. So I let Sam know. We'll see what he wants to do at that point. So yeah, look at the manager, which makes sense. Let Sam know there's a paywall. And I did both of those things. So, really, that's the decision that you have to make. Do we pay, or do we do it manually for now? All right, projects. Rhyme flow. Okay, so music, concert, mayhem. Yeah, I know, right? So I got limited edition pins. I got the outfit, actually. And now I got to work on promos, and I got to learn. So this is what I've not been doing. It's 11 days until the event, and I haven't touched any of the stuff, and I really need to. So that's what I'll do today. Is I'm gonna learn hit flow from the ground up. I'm going to refamiliarize myself with Apples of my eye and on hold, and I got to make a promo to sell these pins. So I made these, and by I mean I used Sticker Mule. Let's see if I can get this. Can you? Oh God! All right, well, maybe I use my hand as a autofocus. There we go, and there you go. Look at that. Come on, autofocus. Work. There we go. So these pins are green and pink. So they're my logo, but they also reflect the Nahum concert. The Nahum is the concert on April 20th, and there is a slew of controversy behind how this concert came to be. And so we're standing in solidarity with the music coordinator Pinkaboo, and pink is the color. So I'm going to got to make a commercial because I did the math, right? And the math was it's a 1,200-mile round trip, right? And so if it's a 1,200-mile round trip, and you divide that by, I think the car can do 300 miles on the full tank. It's about 4 full tanks, and you multiply that by about $35. It's $140 in gas, right? Then we have to stay at a motel, which I haven't booked yet, but let's add a motel in there, probably $100 a night. It's $240, and then the pins themselves cost $85. So that's $325. That's just the cost to get there and back, sleep one night. We're given 2 nights by the concert, and then the cost of the pins itself. So that doesn't include food. That doesn't include any potential like snack, souvenirs, this, that, and the other, incidentals, right? So I'm going to sell the pins. I got 50 pins. I'm selling them at $10 a pop, and that's $500. So that, if I could sell everything, should not only cover the trip, but any incidentals, food, and whatnot. So I need to make a little commercial. I'll try to sell it online on my Bandcamp. And in fact, let me show you. I have a little ad. Not ad, but I have it on Bandcamp. Let me throw it up on here just because, I don't know, I like it. I'm proud of how it turned out. I don't know where it is. Oh, this is all coming from the other side. Where is it? Golly gee. Let me look it up really quick. Bandcamp. Oh, okay. I guess I have to log in. Where's my view site? So I got 2 things going on this site, right? Number one, I have the new album Traveler, and it's not new. It's an album that I would physically print and bring to concerts and sell for $20. It was a physical CD, but it basically had almost every song that I had performed live and a couple new songs, or at least newer back then. I mean, these are now super old. But the idea was this was a reflection of the songs that I had sung at the various concerts that I performed at. So, and then merch. This is it right here. The Nahum limited edition, and I just showed that on the screen. Pink and green floony pin right there. So there's the size, 1.29 inches by 1.5 inches. There's a little protective sticker because I really thought they were done when I first saw them, and I was like, they're kind of blue and they're kind of sad. And then I realized it was a protective sticker, and I peeled it off, and it was gorgeous, right? It turned into this beautiful pink and green. There's the backing, just in case people want to see that, and this is what it looks like in the wild. That's what I tried to show you. Anyways, really, really proud of how it turned out, and I hope I can sell enough that it mitigates the cost. Because once again, we have no large income, right? We're on a negative decline. So, okay, let's close that out. All right, so that's it. I gotta make those promos. I gotta make that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to write down. To put in create VTR, create Nahum create Apples of My Eye Nahum 2025 edition. And what I mean is, when I originally recorded Apples of My Eye, I did it at a time where I was pitching my voice up, which is fine. I mean, back then I wanted to appear younger. You know, I was 10 years older than the rest of the gang. And so my voice on this song is going to be pitched up. I'm going to see if I can record a version where it's normal voice, and then I can put that up online, drive some buzz and excitement. So, anyways, that's it for that. Let me see if I have anything on the 2025 bingo that's made any changes, right? I don't think anything changed. Start, zap, publish, solve, top, chat, shoot, chat, one video, this, that, the other. Nope, everything is exactly where it was. This is fine. I mean, I still got stuff done. I think that's the good news, as I got stuff done, and that's important. So, okay, I think that's everything. Let me make sure there's nobody randomly messaging me in any of the chats. Oh, well, there's somebody in the Twitch stream, which is probably Kita's. So, hey Kita's, thanks for popping your head in. And if it's not, say hi anyways, whoever you are. I'll show the pin. I don't know if you see the pin already, but let's see if I can. Well, you know what I can do is I can do this, right? I can pop my hand in front of it, and now, wow, look at that! Wow, beautiful. Okay, but thanks for joining. I have a lot of stuff to work on, and hopefully we can make something of it. And I'll let you guys know. So, really have a good Wednesday. Tomorrow we tour the school for Roman's GATE program. That's going to be exciting. I'd like to see what his school looks like that would potentially support his learning style. All right. Well, thanks for joining Melzworld Live. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully I have some better updates. So thank you for joining, and let's see if we can get this music to start up again. Oh, no. Wasn't Kita's. It was Rear Staging FEVGQ1T F51. Cheap viewers on Streamboo. Thanks. Have a great day.